ఓ
పేములో విజయనమ్మా ఎగ్జామ్ ఏదో మాట్లాడారు
నువ్వు మాట్లాడిందరా Good morning, everybody. Hello. Good morning, everybody. So let us wait few minutes. Just only some of the members join in our session. So try to wait just a few minutes. Okay. So all of you mute yourself. Don't try to disturbance in the class. We can start our session after a few minutes. Thank you. Srinu sir. Hello. I hope I'm audible to everyone. So I start my session now. Sir, is it my voice is audible, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir. Okay. Then I start my session now, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Good morning, everybody. In last class, we are discussing about the structural patterns. We are already discussing all these topics: adapter, bridge, composite, decorator, FCAT, flyweight, proxy. So just to try to mention some of the examples with the each and every topic. So today we are discussing about FCAT and proxy. So before going to the actual topic, so just try to remember what we discussed in the last class. Okay. So first of all, we try to remember with the keywords. Okay. So what is the adapter? So adapter means nothing but we are adapting some interfaces. So those are used for to reduce the mismatches. So whenever occurring the mismatches in the software execution, so then we are adapting some type of the interfaces. Those are reducing that type of the problem. Okay, and adapter purpose is convert the in required format. So that is also done by the adapter. Some bridges are used for removing the dependency, and that means we are implementing the software. So that means we are hiding the so that means we are not providing the abstraction here. So that means abstraction means we are hiding something, but when we are implementing the software, then there is no need to hide anything. So that means we are giving the implementation. Okay, and another thing connecting the two ends, and here we are removing the dependency. So that means in some type of situation, some of the modules based upon to the some other modules. So that means, for example, if any time of the situation, one of the module is not properly worked, then some other modules also not able to performing this functionality. Why? Because here occurring the dependency. So the type of the dependency is avoided by using the bridges. So that means here those type of objects can be maintained as individually. So that is possible through using the bridge. And another one is the composite. Whenever we are consider more than one object, is a only one object, that is possible through composite. So that means in some type of situations we can try to combine more than one object into a single object. Okay, and another thing here we are maintaining some hierarchy like tree. And another one is the decorator. Actually we are not discussing up to now, so we try to discuss tomorrow. So the main purpose of decorator is the extending the functionality, so by providing some other interfaces. Okay, and another thing is the FCAD. So FCAD is nothing but used for reducing the complexity by providing the easier interfaces in front of the users. Then it will be giving the chance for maintaining the easier interaction with the users. That is the main purpose of FCAD. Flyweight means we are giving some support for the memory. So that means here we try to identify what is necessary and what is unnecessary in the memory. So that means here we try to avoid which is not necessary or which is not frequently used by the user, and which is not regularly used by the developer or maybe the architect. So that can be avoided in the case of flyweight. Why? Because it will be giving the support for the memory. So that means identifying unnecessary data from the memory. Okay, so that will be avoided, and which is necessary only that will be considered here. So that means we are giving some memory support. Okay, another one is the proxy. I think the name is implies here we are developing small models before developing the actual ones, and these are used like as a alternatives also. So today we try to discussing about the FCAD and proxy. In the tomorrow session we try to complete the unit. So actually this unit is already closed. Just I try to explain with the examples every day. So and another thing, 15 unit is also very small. So better we try to drag this unit up to some time. Why? Because up to now we are not completing at least first minute also. So that's why I'm continuing like this, just to try to revise the what we discussed in the last classes. Okay. So for example, if the fourth unit is completed, just to try to discuss what are the important questions from the first 3 units. Okay, and I try to give the material also for the first 3 units, and we try to revise first 3 units. What are the main important topics in the first 3 units that will be considered as a one class. Next class will be starts the 5th unit. So okay, first of all we try to see. So we are already discussing about this adapter pattern. So what is the purpose of adapter pattern? Bridge pattern. Bridge pattern decouples an abstraction from its implementation so that the two can vary independently. So composite pattern, a tree structure of objects where every object has at the same interface. So that means more than one object by using the single interface. FCAD pattern means create simplified interface. Flyweight pattern means giving a high quantity of objects share common properties of the object to save the space. So better you try to remember with the keywords. Okay, so maybe those keywords are useful for to elaborate the actual topic in the exam point of view. And another thing is the proxy pattern. Proxy pattern, a class functioning as an interface to another thing. So that means here, so we try to provide some alternatives. So just wait a minute. Please wait here 1 minute. Yeah. Okay. So first of all, adapter pattern. So adapter pattern main purpose is converts the actual data into the required format of the user. Okay, so that is the first purpose, and second purpose is adapting the required interface to avoid the mismatches in the software. So that is the main purpose of using the adapter pattern. Next one is the adapter pattern is the software design pattern that is used for transforming the programming interface of one class into another. So that means here we are transforming one class of interface into another class. So that is also can be done by using the adapter pattern, and it also assists the classes to carry out the functionalities collaboratively, which might be impossible in case of inconsistent interface. So that means in some type of situations occurring this type of state. So at the time of the situation, so we need to recover the problem by using the adapter pattern by adapting the required interface. Okay. This topic is already we are discussed in the last class. And another thing is that, you try to remember another thing. Every topic you should be mentioned. So what is the motivation? So what is the applicability? What are the participants? What is the collaboration? What is the consequences? So you try to remember these topics. Why? Because even though it is the same topic, actually here we are not explain any new thing. Just we try to explain in that context. For example, if it is a motivation, so which type of things are required to using this pattern? Okay. For example, if it is a adapter pattern, so which type of motivation is required? Okay, so we already know about what is the motivation. For example, maybe if we are learning some new concept today, so then what is our motivation? We are having some clear mind, and we try to learn whatever it may be, taught by lecturer or maybe some teacher. So we try to ready to grasp that thing. So that is the motivation. Am I right or not? And another thing, applicability. So when we are using that, for example, when we are using that data, so whenever that question is appeared in our question paper, then only we are using that. Am I right or not? So in the same way, in some type of situations, so some of the knowledge is used in the in the daily life also. So at the time of the situation, whenever that situation is happened, then we are using that relevant data. Am I right or not? So that is the applicability. In the same way, consequences. So if we are using the data, then what happened? So in some type of situations we consider in the positive way, in some type of situations consider in the negative way. Whatever it may be, it is not a result. So it is a status after using this. Okay. And another thing is the collaboration, how we are implementing this. Okay. So and participants, what are the participants? So just you try to mention these things in the exam point of view, so that will be better to elaborate the actual topic. And you try to give some examples, and you better you try to represent with the diagrams also. Okay. So why? Because the pictorial representation is having the highest best way to representing the actual content. So that's why I'm repeating the same thing number of times. So another thing is the bridge pattern. So bridge is uses encapsulation, aggregation, and can use the inheritance to separate the responsibilities into different classes. So that means here bridge can separate the classes and maintain these classes independently. Okay, if you are observed here, the main objective of the bridge pattern is to separate the abstraction from its implementation in such a way that it can be modified independently. So it is also known as handler body. So better you try to remember these names also. Okay, adapter is also referred as a wrapper. Okay, bridge is also referred as a handler body. Okay, a single abstraction can be implemented in several ways. These can be accomplished by using inheritance, which is the motivation of the bridge pattern. So that means here we are using the inheritance. So what is the meaning of inheritance? One class will be divided into the some other classes. So in that way, in that type of a, here we are considered, and we try to establish some connection between them. And in other type of words, we can consider this is a decomposition also. So that means that the actual class will be divided into the some other subclasses. So even that is divided into the some subclasses, there is no chance of occurring the loss of data. So in any type of the way, so maybe the communication or maybe the data, so whatever it may be, at any time of the situation, we should not occur, or maybe we should not allow that type of the situation to losing the information or communication or the data. Okay. So that is the main thing when we are performing the decomposing. Okay, here we are drawing some new classes from the existing one that will be referred as a inheritance. And so the new classes will be treated as child classes, and the existing class will be treated as the parent class. So that means the subclasses will use the properties of the parent class. So we also know about this. Okay, and another thing is the composite pattern. So this composite pattern also we are discussed in the last class. Okay, the intent of a composite to compose the objects into tree structures to represent the part whole hierarchy. So that means here we are considered more than one objects can be treated as a single object, and these objects having only the single interface. So that means here we are reducing the space, and we try to maintain some hierarchy. And would try to increasing the productivity also. So that means more than one object can be composed as a single object. So that is the main that is the main intention of this composite pattern. So next one is the FCAD. So this is our topic today. So FCAD pattern is a software design pattern commonly used in object-oriented programming. The name is by analogy to an architectural FCAD. FCAD is an object that provides a simplified interface to a larger body of code, such as class libraries. So that means, so in the previous case also I'm mentioning about this, when we are based upon to the FCAD, it will be providing the easier interfaces to avoid the complexity in front of the users. So that means here, FCAD is an object that provides a simplified interface to a larger body of code such as class library. So that means here we are using class library to reducing the complexity for providing the simplified interface. So that possibility can be achieved through by using the FCAD. Okay. Make a software library easier to use, understand, and test. Since the FCAD, please wait 1 minute. Okay. Okay. So okay. Makes the software library easier to use, understand, and test. Since the FCAD has convenient methods for common tasks. So that means here we are providing some tools or maybe some data by using class libraries. These are used for to performing the understand, at the same time test also. Okay, make the library more readable for the same reason. So reduce the dependencies outside the code on inner workings of a library, since the most code uses the FCAD, and thus allowing more flexibility in the developing the system. So that means when we are using the FCAD, then it will be using the class libraries. So class libraries providing some understandability, flexibility, and maintains the testability. So all these implementations are possible through using the class libraries. Okay, and here we are using application programming interfaces also. These are also used for providing the easier interaction with the users. Okay, so FCAD structural pattern. So FCAD pattern is reducing the complexity by providing interfaces to the clients. So that means whenever clients are not able to accessing the relevant object, then this FCAD is used for reducing the complexity by providing the easier interfaces. For example, consider set of related classes like as below. So that means we are consider some set of classes. Okay, then these classes. So just we try to see here. If you are observe here, just we are observe in the two diagrams. So in the first diagram, here inner side. So that means the dotted lines. So which is inside the dotted lines? Those are treated as the objects or maybe the classes. Okay, and here if you observe here, client 1, client 2, client 3. So just I'm saying about the first one. So if you are observe here, clients can access the objects. Am I right or not? So if you are observe here, so this is one of the critical way. Why? Because here clients can access the data individually, and in some type of situations it will be increasing the complexity also, and in some type of situations any type of the problems. So that means maybe the connection error or maybe the deadlock type of situations or maybe any type of the problem it is. So here clients can directly accessing the objects. So that is the problem. But if you are using the FCAD, so if you are observing the second diagram, so here these objects having the association with the FCAD, and FCAD is having the association with the clients. So that means FCAD will be providing the easier interfaces to accessing the objects. So that means here reducing the complexity by providing the easier interfaces to the clients. This is also we can treat it as an example. So better you try to represent whatever it may be the content. So that content is explained through some diagram. That is the best way. Okay, why? Because in the exam point of view, there is no time to verify your answer clearly. So just you try to represent the better writing, and another thing, better representation. So that representation is possible through when you are using some diagrams or maybe the tables or points or paragraphs. Okay. So if you are maintain the paper in the better way, so that will be also giving some impact to get the good marks. So this is my opinion or maybe the suggestion. So you follow this. So before explaining any type of the content, just you try to draw the at least flow diagram or maybe the at least block diagram. So you try to assume or maybe you try to create some new diagram. So there is no wrong actually. So just you try to explain the flow. So in which type of a data will be flow from one position to the another position, how it will be moved, and what is the actual process. So how it will be performed internally. So just you try to explain in the your own diagram. If you are observed here, there is no new anything. If you are observed, but we try to explain some new points from this diagram. Am I right or not? So for example, in figure A, so that means first one, clients can access the classes individually. So increasing the complexity. So in figure B, FCAD pattern providing the combined interfaces for the classes. So that means here combining also it will be providing some combined interface. So that will be used for to providing easier interaction for the classes to the clients. Am I right or not? So that means reducing the complexity. Motivation. The primary goal of FCAD pattern is reducing the dependency among the subsystems. So that means in some type of situations occurring this dependency within the subsystems or maybe the subclasses. So at that time of the situation, we are using the FCAD pattern. It will be used for reducing the dependency. So that means need not wait for any other class to performing its execution. So FCAD is single object which achieves the goal by providing the simple and general interfaces to access all the classes of particular subsystem. So that means it will be providing a simple and general interface to access all classes. Okay, that is the main application of using FCAD. Okay, consider compiler subsystem containing several subclasses like scanner, parser, program node, code generator, etc. So that means if you are observing the functionalities of the compiler, so different types of functionalities having the compiler, am I right or not? So here the compiler also can be treated as a FCAD. Okay, if you are observing this diagram, so compiler. So what is the main function of main responsibility of the compiler is compiling. So at the same time, it will be performing the some other subclasses or maybe the sub functions also. So those are scanner, parser. So identifying the tokens, identifying the symbols, and what is the program node and the code generator. So we also know about this. Why? Because in the developing the compiling phases, so we are consider different types of phases. Am I right or not? So lexical phase, syntactical phase, semantic phase, intermediate code generation, code optimization, code generation. Am I right or not? So that means when we are using the compiler, so then, so first of all, we try to consider the lexical analysis. So that means the whatever it may be, we are consider the data that will be divided into the number of tokens. So now that will be forming as some syntactical way. So that means we try to represent into the tree structure. So that will be identified the hierarchy and that will be decided which is compiled first. So the whether it is a noun or maybe the pronoun or maybe the verb or main verb. So we try to identify what is the main content actually. But in some type of situations, missing the actual meaning. So that's why we are based upon to the semantic analyzer. Am I right or not? So next one, we are trying to go for to the intermediate code generation. So nothing but we try to representing the actual code into some better way. So next we try to achieve the code optimization. So nothing but reducing the complexity from the previous phase. And the last one is code generation. So in this type of way, we are performing the functions of the compiler. We also know about this. Why? Because we are already studying the, I think we are studying into the compiler design. So we also know about this. So here, if you are observed here, compiler performing different types of functions. So those are maybe scanner, parser, code generator, bytecode stream, program node builder. So here, compiler can act like as a FCAD. So that means it will be, that is the combined interface for remaining subclasses. Am I right or not? So this will be also treated as FCAD. Why? Because reducing the complexity by providing the combined interface and applicability. When we are using this, if there are dependencies among the clients, and the implementation classes, then using FCAT to remove the dependency. If the subclass is not communicating properly or increasing the complexity to perform the actions, then also based upon the FCAT. Participants. So what are the participants here? Just only here we consider no need to consider any new type of the participants. Just we are based upon the FCAT, and another one is the subclasses. So if you are observe here, so just we try to represent with the sum diagram. So actually this is not a diagram also. Just we try to represent with the flow diagram. So that will be giving the better understanding in the exam point of view. At the same time, you try to represent the better way. So that will be also one of the cause to get the good marks, I think, in the exam point of view. Just I'm saying about this. So better you try to explain whatever it may be the content, especially in this subject. So better you try to explain the every concept with some diagram. So that is the best way, and we try to represent the some examples also. Okay, why? Because this is designing subject, software architecture design pattern. So that means before explaining any type of the concept, you try to explain some example. Why? Because in that example only we are able to explain. So what is the design? Am I right or not? For example, in the first classes of the units, or maybe the first units, or maybe the second units, we are discussing about different types of evaluations and different types of designs, or maybe the different types of attributes, quality attributes. So how we are explain the quality attribute better, you try to consider some example. So based upon that example, you try to explain the topic actually. So that is the best way. So just here I'm mentioning what is the FCAD, and here the subsystem classes or maybe the subclasses. So those are having some interface. Okay. Next one is the flyweight. So we also discussing about the flyweight. Flyweight is an object that minimizes the memory uses by sharing as much as data as possible with other similar objects. So that means here we try to reducing the memory space. So that means this is the main intention of this pattern is just only reducing the occupation of memory. So that means it is a way to use the objects large numbers when simple repeated representation would be used unacceptable in amount of memory. So that means avoids the redundant data. At the same time, unnecessary data also. So just we try to nothing but we try to free the space. So for storing the objects data. Okay, often some parts of the object state can be shared, and it's common practice to hold them external data structures and pass them to the flyweight objects temporarily when they are used. Okay. So next one is the proxy pattern. So in computer programming, the proxy pattern is a software design pattern. A proxy in its most general form is a class functioning as an interface to something else. Okay. Give me 1 minute, please. Just wait 1 minute. Okay, thank you. So now we're discussing about the proxy pattern. So I think in the previous case also I'm explaining about this. So what is a proxy pattern? So that means proxy pattern can be used as a alternative way, and it will be used for reducing the cost, and it will be, the name is implies. So when we are developing the actual one, so just we try to representing with the small models. So that means reducing the complexity and reducing the cost, and we try to maintain with the some other alternative objects. Okay. So if you observe here, a proxy in its most general form is a class functioning as an interface to something else. The proxy could interface to anything, a network connection, a large object in memory, a file, or some other resource that is expensive or impossible to duplicate. So at that time of the situation, we are based upon to the proxy. So that means, for example, actually we need to implement the some of the devices. Maybe, for example, those type of devices maybe the expensive. So and here the chance we need not to using all the objects at the same time. So at the time of the situation, so just only we are replacing on those objects. So by using the proxy here. So that means, for example, maybe if we are observing the cloud computing. So in the case, what is a cloud computing? What are the uses of cloud computing? Actually, cloud computing not storing the total software in a device. Am I right or not? Just only we are having the permission up to some time to access that particular software. So then it will be reducing the actual cost. For example, maybe if you are really installed that object, then using lot of amount is required to install the actual object. So, but here we try to access up to only required time. So that means in some type of situation, some of the objects not necessarily installed, just only we are based upon to the only some of the time. So at that time of the situation, just we try to maintain some alternative way. For example, maybe if the laptop is not required every day, for example, just assume for the degree students, okay, not BTech students. For example, laptop is required only for 2 days, then need not buy that laptop for the 2 days. Am I right or not? Just he is maybe the if he is having the any type of the chance to maybe he is maybe carry that laptop from his friends or maybe the relatives if he is having the chance. So that is the better way. Why? Because reducing the cost. Am I right or not? So for example, if it is not required actually, then we try to just maintaining some just temporary adjustment. In the same way, proxy also reducing the cost to arranging the those type of objects temporarily. Then it will be finishing the execution at the same time reducing the cost. So that is the main purpose of using the proxy. That means these proxy patterns are used like as an alternative way. Okay, so that is the an alternative way to maintain its execution. Okay, just to try to see clearly. So proxy pattern act like as a placeholder or alternative to the sum object. So just I'm explaining about to that. So that means when we are based upon to the proxy patterns, these are used like as an alternative way. So that means we are not based on the actual one. Another thing, so in some type of situations, we need not to using all the objects at the same time. So at that time of the situation also, just we try to using only one thing. For example, maybe we require laptop and another thing require some for example maybe some of the machine and maybe we require some other things. So maybe these all these objects are not necessarily maintaining at the same day. So one day required laptop, one day required machine, and another day required some other thing. So then we try to bring that laptop from his relatives on that particular day. In the next day, he's try to bring that particular machine. So in the next day, maybe try to bring the some other requirement. So that means here, yeah, in some type of situations, maybe giving the chance. So to maintain the resources, not at the same time. At that time of the situation, also we are using the proxy. So it is also known as a surrogate pattern. So that means use it for to replacing. So main purpose of using the proxy patterns are reducing the cost of objects and build small models before developing the actual models. We also know about this. Proxy means here we try to develop the small models before developing the actual one. Why? Because, for example, in some type of situations, before developing any type of the software, we need to perform forecasting. So what is a forecasting? So before developing the actual one, just we try to test with the small type of the application. So if that application is success, then we try to go for the actual one. So that is the best way to design the any type of the software. Why? Because if it is implements in the simple way, then we can implement that the same thing in the actual way. Okay, so that is the for that purpose also we are using the proxy pattern. So consider a document editor which allows several graphical objects like images to be embedded in its documents. So for example, maybe here we are consider some graphical editor. So the graphical editor main thing is embed the some objects in the documents. If images are large, then the time required to load and open them would be considerably more and hence increase the cost. For example, maybe in some type of situations we are not able to easily load that diagrams and open the diagrams in that particular application at the time of the situation. So maybe increasing the cost also. So however, these expensive objects need not to be loaded at open at once. So that means we need not, that means here we are having the chance. We are not opening every object, every particular graphical object at a time, At the same time, we are not open that graphical object at a time. So at the time of the situation, here a rule can be implemented that we applied that can be expensive objects will be loaded only on demand or whenever the application has free time. So that means here whenever that particular request is needed, then only we try to loading that particular graphical object. But here the main thing is when we are loading that object, there it is an expensive process. That means increasing the cost. Now the problem is what should be displayed in place of images and how to be keep editors implementation of the code unchanged from the complexity of an demand loading. So that means whenever that thing is required, so then we try to load that particular image. Am I right or not? So that means here need not necessarily every time those images are displayed in the application, just only whenever it is required, then only displayed from the application. So for example, maybe it is a expensive process and it is a time consuming process. So at this time of situation, we are based upon to the proxy pattern. So use of the proxy pattern is used to solve these previous problems. So that means, so we need not to load those type of images. Why? Because maybe those are occupying large amount of space at the same time. So increasing the cost at the same time, consuming lot of time to loading those type of images. So at that time of the situation, just only we are and we are having another type of chance also. We need not to display all the images at a time. So just only whenever it is required. For example, maybe we try to require some particular shape. So at the time of the situation only we are displaying the shape. So that means based upon the demand. So if this type of chance is there, then we can use the proxy pattern. Use of the proxy pattern is used to solve the previous problems. Proxy can be used as an as place of real image. So that means in the place of real image, we are using the proxy. The proxy behave like as a real image and takes the responsibility of loading at the desired time. So that means whenever we are loading that particular image, then we are using the proxy will be there. So, but we are not loading the actual one. So whenever it is required, then only we are displaying the required image. Okay. For example, if you are observing the diagram, so residing in the memory, file path, image proxy, characters image, our document residing on disk, and real image data. Okay, so that means here we are residing in the main memory. We are using the image proxy. So that means here that proxy will be using the nothing but able to storing the dimensions. What is the dimensions of that shape? So in that shape, just only we are replacing something, but we are not maintaining the actual thing. For example, maybe, uh, just we consider it is an example. Don't be think this is a reality. For example, maybe one tire is maybe punctured in a car. Okay, then how we are replace that tire? So just by using jockey. Am I right or not? So the jockey will be giving the support like as a tire, but that is not a tire. Up to the actual tire is available. Am I right or not? So that means we are giving some support. So just it will be giving as an alternative way to maintain to stand like as on the four types of ways. Okay. So in the same way here also it will be the proxy will be giving the support up to the free the particular image is available. So that means up to in that situation, so it will be able to storing the dimensions of that image. So the real image is loaded in the document only if its editor explicitly ask for by invoking the drawing function. So that means whenever that function is invoked, then only the real image is loaded into the memory. So otherwise, up to that particular time, we just only we are maintaining this proxy inside the memory. So the proxy receives the request and forwards it to the image, which is then loaded into the document. So that means whenever it is required, then the proxy will be send the request. So if you are observe here, so this is the residing in the memory and this is the residing in disk. So whenever that particular thing is required, then it will be sending the request towards to the real image. Then that particular image will be loaded in that time. Okay. So that means, for example, maybe that is a expensive. So just we try to maintain. For example, maybe if you are observing the inspections also, so just we try to maintain some of the things, just up to inspection only. So after that inspection, we need not to carry about those. Okay. So in the same way, proxy also reducing the implementation costs. Okay. Proxy also stores the image dimensions like height, width, also called extent. So that means, so just it will be act like as that image up to whenever that image is required. So that means whenever that request of the demand so will be generated. So then only the proxy will be requesting the real image. Then only that real image is loaded into the resetting the memory. So for this case, it will be reducing the cost and reducing the memory and giving the chance to perform the its execution. So these type of users are using the proxy pattern. So if you are observe here document editor, so document editor having the different types of functions. So draw image, get dimensions, load image, store image. For example, maybe draw image. So draw whenever draw image function is invoked, so then only invoking the actual image. So then only we are loading the actual image. Up to that time, so just only we are based upon the proxy. So if it is a get dimension, then proxy will be storing the dimension. So loading that image, then also we are using the this one store image. Then also we are using the proxy. So that means here, whenever that demand is generated, so then only we are loading that actual image. If we are observe here, so the image proxy and image. So image data, dimension, draw image, get dimension, loading, store image. In the same way, image proxy also maintaining the same thing, but we try to storing the file path, dimension. So draw image, get dimension, loading, store image. Okay. So in this type of we are using the we are using the proxy. Okay, I hope all of the members able to this screen. So now we're discussing the applicability. When we are based upon the applicability, the proxy pattern is applied when there is a need for to refer an object performing several complicated functions. So that means whenever the particular object is need to performing several functions. So at that time of the situation only we are based upon the proxy. A simple pointer can only point to an object but can't perform additional operations while referring. Some of the situations where proxy pattern can be applied as follows in the situation. So those type of situations, sometimes a local representative is needed for an object to loaded at the some remote address space. In such cases, a remote proxy can be used. An example for this is an X proxy class is in an step system. Remote proxy is also known as ambassador. So that means that is not done the actual thing, just only it will be giving the support. So when we are not having the possibility, so then we are based upon the proxy. It can be used to create expensive objects on client's demands for speeding up the execution process. So that means here we need not wait for the execution. So for example, maybe if the object is not there, then not able to perform the execution. But here we try to perform the execution even that that object is that particular thing is not actually loaded. Just only we are based upon the proxy. In such situations also virtual proxy is used. Okay, in situations where the access to the original objects needs to be controlled. In such situations, use of proxy allows different access rights on the object. For example, an operating system choices has a class named kernel proxies, which controls access to the operating system objects. So it can be used to perform additional actions while pointing to some object using small references instead of bare pointer. Some uses of smart references of smart pointer. So to count the number of references to the real object, so that when there are no more references, then they can be freed automatically from memory to load persistent object for the first time in the memory to check whether the real object is locked before accessing it to ensure it that cannot be modified by other objects. So that means if you are observed here, just the applicability refers when we are using this proxy pattern. So when the type of the chance is there, so when we are not able to load the actual object, so at the time of the situation, we are based upon to the proxy. So and the main when we are based upon to the proxy, then the main advantages are implementation cost is reduced and execution is not stopped here, and we are able to load on that particular demand only. So that means reducing the implementation cost. So in the same way, we are consider the participants also. So that means here participants are real object, subject, and another one is the proxy. Am I right or not? Okay. I think we are clearly explained today about the what is an AFCAD and what is a proxy. So in the next class, I try to complete the fourth unit. Why? Because continue the. I try to revise the same type of topics every day. So better I try to conclude the topics of the fourth unit tomorrow. Okay. And another thing, remaining topics of this unit is another one is the decorator, and some of the topics are there. So flyweight. So those topics we try to discuss tomorrow. So if you having any type of contact me personally, or maybe you can ask in the group, no problem. Okay. If you having any type of the attendance issues, please contact the Srinivas sir. Okay. Better you try to uh, remember these topics by using the keywords. Okay. All of them, I think all of the members submit the assignment, but actually I'm not receiving the all members from the assignment. So better you try to submit in the Google Classroom. Only 33 members submitting the assignment up to now. So better you try to submit the assignment today without fail. Okay. Okay, man. In this session, if you're having any about the doubts, please ask me. Otherwise, uh, otherwise I can end the session. Okay, and you actually we are not receiving any official announcement from the JNTUK for conducting the mid. So whenever it is received, then try to conduct that mid on the day. So better you try to prepare from the first 3 units to attend the first mid. Okay. If you are having any type of the doubts, please contact me. Okay. May I end the session? Thank you. If you are having any type of the doubts, please ask me. No problem. Okay. Now I end this my another my session. Thank you, one and all.